Welcome to Foundation 21. My name is Andrew, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to this 6-session programme on some of the basics of the Christian faith. There are several starting points for going with God and Christ-based foundations for your life. One would be to ask the question, how did Christianity start? Another would be to ask, what is it that prompts human beings across the globe to hunt for a deeper sense of purpose for themselves and the world? Or another might be to identify within ourselves, within me, my subjective needs, and to consider how the teaching, life and history of Jesus of Nazareth and their subsequent outcomes address and satisfy my personal needs in the 21st century. Well, Foundation 21 takes all three of those approaches, but starting from here and now with you and me today. Millions of people appear to do just fine without any significant spiritual interest or pursuit at all. Most people around me get up every morning, get the kids off to school and or get themselves off to work with little more concern than making sure everyone stays healthy or they can pay the bills each month and keep the car running. They can get a holiday from time to time and perhaps make some sort of contribution towards their retirement. But the truth is, millions don't. For many, many people, this is not all that life is about. They become aware of the invisibles of life within themselves. Comments like, there must be more to life than this. And how is it that I never feel truly satisfied? These questions surface from time to time and insist on being addressed. And we suppress, deny, or ignore them at the risk of our emotional health. As human beings, we look out through our own eyes into the complexity that is our universe. And we simply wonder, as multiple generations of people have wondered before us, what is this all about? What am I doing here? How significant am I? Where does all this come from? How will it all end up? And that final big question, what's the point? And of course, Foundation 21 cannot comprehensively answer all those questions in just a few sessions. People have been mulling them over ever since man began, coming up with creative ideas, philosophies and theologies that go some way towards a greater understanding. But the questions keep coming. It's as if they're built into our brains as humans. As thinking individuals, we seem to be hunting for meaning and clarity, so that at some level or other we can feel, that's it. And there's more, isn't there? It doesn't take much for us to find out that we have a strong desire to know the truth, for instance. And we automatically feel safer inside when we do. We discover that we have a sense of being violated when we come into contact with experiences of injustice, even when it's another person suffering the injustice. We feel emotional pain when we're excluded, rejected or rubbished in some way. And it's not that easy to pop ourselves into the, I'm just another animal box. Deep inside, most people know there is something different about human beings. We may eat and sleep as other animals do, though we have a very sophisticated framework for doing so. But we know there's something vastly more complex about human life. For example, all mammals defecate in some sort of way, but human beings are the only ones who fit a lock to the loo door and use it, and order their favourite toilet paper online, pay with a credit card, and have the Ocado man deliver it after 7. Other animals don't do that. Neither do they make love face to face, or ask, who am I and what am I doing here? We humans do. And the mental health statistics show that these things are very, very important to us as individual human beings. To indefinitely ignore the big questions of life, for many of us, is to live below par, with us becoming increasingly bothered by a sense of helplessness, hopelessness and worthlessness. In taking this thoughtful look at an unpretentious Christianity, without all the baggage of religiosity or church politics and their associated power struggles, we may just find a key that unlocks some satisfying answers for us and come to a place where we can genuinely say, got it. So that's what it's about. I can go with that. And in that moment of decision, to deliberately step out onto a foundation that doesn't give way under the pressures, uncertainties and confusion of 21st century living.